Yo, we out here. Cold War. As I just installed it last night. I wasn't gonna get Cold War, but it looked pretty good. I saw some gameplay of it. I was like, wow. And I heard about the the new skill-based matchmaking. It sounds pretty good to me. Yeah. I don't know how well COD will run while I'm on screen. Oh, while I'm on stream, but it should be fine. Scary. I'm curious. Oh, this actually launches Warzone from Modern Warfare.
Perseus, today we reshape the world.
Yeah, thanks. You got it. Start it up.
Commencing exercise, injecting radar signals.
For decades, we fought to keep communist aggression in check. After 2 years in the shadows, chatter as Perseus is about to make another move. We don't know where or when, but we know it'll be big.
Our motherland is led by cowards and weaklings. In time, the Americans and their NATO puppets will bring the Soviet Union to its knees. We will break this stalemate, then burn them both to the ground.
The Soviets claim Perseus is a rogue element, a threat to us all. Stay vigilant. They never tell the whole truth.
Launch control. Sir? Yes, sir. Code Word launch authority is confirmed. Awaiting your go order.
They sleep soundly at night, knowing they put on a good parade. But they lack the will to do what must be done.
Our technology gives us an edge. We'll flush Perseus out and put him down.
The superpowers will fall, victims of their own greed and corruption. We will rebuild Greater Russia from the ashes.
We're hunting a monster. Forget the standard rules of engagement. If we're gonna stop him, we're gonna have to get our hands dirty.
Stand down. This concludes the exercise.
Perseus sends the regards.
Yeah, rip that country, dude. Whoever's had a fucking nuke set that though. Let's go check something real quick. Gonna have to make a new OBS scene. Alrighty. Alright, let's get it. Let's see what we're running the game on. Alright, I hope it's not gonna be bugs like in Modern Warfare where if I do the full screen windowed, the resolution actually gets messed up. Oh, I think this is only for like 4K visuals. Oh yeah, so this is pretty similar to Modern Warfare already. Alright, let's just start off with like a team deathmatch or something. Should be good, should be good. Oh yeah. Yeah, I gotta wait for the shaders to install like properly first. Otherwise it'll just be lagging like heaps. I'll play bot match though. The fuck? Wait, what? This also is like simplified, like all the settings and stuff. Let's try this map. This one looks really good. Still super rusty at FPSs, but should be fine. It's just COD. Sonar 63. I remember that from Black Ops.
Free for all. MTC is live. Bring the hammer down.
Getting like 60 frames on. I mean, it feels pretty good.
Confirmed.
Oh yeah,
Drop them.
I'm feeling this. I mean, a lot of people didn't really.
Threat clear.
A lot of people said they didn't like it over Modern Warfare, but it seems pretty good so far. I think I prefer it. I think that having a health bar seems pretty good. It's just easier to pick your fights, I guess.
Throwing frag. Throwing stun.
Let's see if we can get it. Squeeze in a little bit more frames in there.
Hostile female down. Hunter requesting spy plane.
Spy plane perimeter established, Angels 3.
What's this? Just the mic.
Spy plane mission timeline 50% expended.
Establishing sentry turret. Too damn close! Target removed.
Verify is like so cool for this. It's
Female enemy removed.
oh yes, you can sprint and reload now.
Attack helicopter available for tasking.
Much better. Sound design is really good too.
Target eliminated.
With that. Yes. Crosshair is interesting. I mean, wait. I saw it was
Enemy deleted.
enemy deleted. Okay. Some leaks shit. Ooh, aiming down sights is so slow. Oh, it's a jam. Wait. What I just had? I'm used to having control as a... Sounds awesome.
Spy plane in the turn. We have eyes on.
God,
Spy
how
plane
high
fuel
can this
check
man
50%.
fall? So high.
This is Tycoon. Targets in sight.
Returning to base.
Range is tiny on this shotgun too. But it does increase range. It's fair enough.
That's a kill.
It's very different to the other cards. Very, very different. Damage stuff. So, wow, there are graphs for you now. Awesome. Oh, it's woods. I think I get more frames if I run the game in full screen. Oh. Oh, I didn't mean to start the game again, but just did it itself. That's right, it works out. Yeah, do get some extra frames running in full screen. I mean, the bad thing is if I get tabbed out, yeah, tragic. Yeah, it's a pretty good increase. It's like a solid chunk. You know what? I mean, it was just at like 90.
Free for all. CIA team, defend our
Not so much
freedom.
of a difference. restarting the game by itself? Must be a glitch. Go one more time. I just wanna like see what I can do about those frames. Oh, I'm on a different map though, so like it's hard to say. Could I go on the same map? Might be because I'm screaming. That's why it feels like there's like a bit of frame lag. Like
Free for all. Weapons free. You are clear to engage.
guys mix up with that. What happens? Yeah, it's still about the same. Frame wise.
Throwing grenade! Contact down. Enemy appears KIA.
Is it just me or this gun
kill.
sound the same?
TACOM, get spy plane eyes above.
Spy plane established overhead. Transmitting enemy location.
Target dropped.
Hell yeah. Love this
Care
gun.
package available for tasking. Time's up 50%.
They're gone.
I mean, just it's got attachments on it. I mean, there's less recoil. I'm not so sure if I have any attachments on my default.
Sorry guys, spy plane fuel low. We're out of here.
Wasted them.
Attack helicopter is ready to deploy. Haiku 4-9er on station. Thanks, I've...
Alright, let's hop into a real one. It should be fine.
Hostile expired. One life.
doing against shaders? Still just waiting on that. No, leave lobby. Good. Just gonna wait for the shaders to do its thing. We'll get in one soon. Well, the frames might be kind of might be suffering a little because of installing because the shaders aren't really the shaders aren't like done yet. That could be why. It could very well be why. %66%. That looks pretty cool. Not so sure if I have any attachments on my default.
Sorry guys, 5 planes fuel low. We're out of here.
Wasted them.
Attack helicopter.
Female enemy removed.
I get safe. Oh, it's on is that a Killing Spree title? Merciless? Could be. Okay, whatever. Let's see. Alright, let's see how the frames are. No, not Moscow. Not TDM either. Like, surely the frames are much better now. It didn't even change.
Free for all.
Yeah,
Assume all
much
contacts are hostile.
I would much rather a like higher frames. Oh, than quality.
Hostile spy plane established overhead.
Let's just see what happens. Yes. Whoa, oh. Okay. Oh no, everything's getting rendered, that's why.
Smoke checked.
I think just... Okay, that's not nice. Whatever.
That's a kill.
Yeah, I think I like the Amazes.
One by. Hostile male. Appears KIA.
Spy plane available for tasking.
Oh yeah.
Tagged him.
Care package available for tasking.
Spy plane damage goes ahead.
Threat down. Throwing stun.
Spy plane mission timeline suspended.
Okay, it's really good.
Bushwhacked.
Yeah, I'm definitely digging it.
Thanks for the work. Spy plane terminating overflight.
Military age
Attack
male
helicopter
neutralized.
available for tasking.
I don't think you can open doors in this one. Definitely not like in definitely not like in
Enemy destroyed.
Warfare. Oh yeah, we can spray.
Drop. Enemy deleted.
She's getting like three rivets in one kill.
Appears KIA.
I'm just trying to do my settings.
Spy plane standing by.
Just run around the map and see what we can.
Enemy spy plane inbound.
I mean, see about my FPS. It's hovering around like 62%.
He's done.
It's still around the same hit, like it really is about the same. Regardless what I change.
Enemy spy plane inbound.
Confirmed.
I may as well play it out. There's only like 5 kills.
He's down. Target eliminated. Throwing frag.
Oh, that bot actually got to 21 kills, hey?
That got removed. That's a kill.
I don't know, like, I was getting pretty good frames on Warfare, but frames definitely aren't that great in Black Ops.
Compared to Modern Warfare in its current state. And the reason I wanted to do this is one of the biggest complaints in the community after seeing the multiplayer reveal for Cold War is a lot of people are saying the graphics and animations just don't keep up with Modern Warfare and it feels like a step back in those areas. And this is something that I actually agree with. This was one of my biggest gripes with the Cold War Alpha is it felt like a step back from Modern Warfare. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think Cold War is a bad-looking Call of Duty game. I think it is a step up from Treyarch's previous title, Black Ops 4, and some of the claims I've seen in the community are also ridiculous. There's some people that are saying that Call of Duty Mobile literally looks better and has better graphics than this, and that's just a massive over-exaggeration. But at the end of the day, like I said, it does
Oh god, gotta mute. Mute. Man.
Free for all. Green light, green light.
Here we go, first kill. Black Ops, Cold War. Wait, what about that dude literally to your left? Damn. I'm sure a grenade will just do some damage. Eventually. Even some frame ticks. Kinda weird. God.
Hostile spy plane established overhead. Multiple enemy spy plane contacts.
Bruh.
Enemy napalm strike incoming. Hostile spy plane established overhead. Multiple hostile spy planes detected.
Nah, I don't really like this.
Fragged! Stun grenade. Arming Semtex.
Did I even get that one?
Target eliminated.
I was trying to change my loadout by pressing 1, but because it's not the same as Modern Warfare. Maybe because I don't have custom classes yet. Maybe. He has arm. Wait, what?
Enemy field mic destroyed.
Yeah, this is cooked. Bro, I hate this gun so much.
Hostile spy plane established overhead.
I hear that the MP5 is also broken in this game. Bro, no.
Spy plane in the
Sit
turret.
rep. Enemy attack kilo above. Multiple hostile spy planes detected.
Spy plane mission timeline halfway check. Spy plane exiting mission area.
Hostile spy plane established overhead. Multiple enemy spy plane contacts.
It's probably the last kill. Yeah, it was. Damn. One health. like that it shows you how far. Very cool. Oh, console players. We are console players. Hell yeah. Alright, see how this goes. I might still get wrecked, like big time. I think I'm getting like bad frame lag just in the loading sequence. Yeah, in-game seems fine. Yep.
Free for all.
That's good.
Best of luck, soldier. The folks back home are counting on you.
Oh yeah, aiming down sight with this gun is much faster. I need to rebind that to crouch, not. I need to rebind control to crouch, not prone. That would definitely mess me up. Crouch, not do that.
Hostile spy
Oh,
plane
I like
established
music
overhead.
anyways. It's fine. Proximity mine. Oh, the flashbang is kind of interesting. I wasn't. Oh, I wasn't flashed that hard, but the effect was pretty cool. It's too blinding.
Your trophy system has been destroyed.
Surely if I stay up here, I just can't die. It's like... Surely they don't just aim up at the ledge. You're mine too. Oh, he did.
Enemy spy plane inbound.
Let's try the M16 shell. M16's not bad.
Spy plane standing by.
Ah, that was a proximity. That was a proximity mine. It was right there.
Spy plane perimeter established. Sector 3.
Shit, that sounds so good.
Spy plane flight time 50% on my mark. Mark.
Multiple hostile spy planes detected.
Mission timeline expired. Spy plane on TV.
Hostile spy plane established.
That really didn't. What?
Care package on standby.
It's broken, but all in the wrong ways.
Your trophy system has been destroyed.
Ah. It's tough.
Enemy care package above.
Napalm strike awaiting orders.
Hostile attack helicopter inbound.
Firebug 2-3 near AOR. Commencing weapons release. Firebug 2-3 egressing mission.
SITREP, napalm strike inbound.
It's close. Oh, he had a war machine. Okay, that one saved my life. I wouldn't have crouched. I mean, I wouldn't have gone prone if it wasn't for prone being bound to control. That one saved my ass. Look at that. When I die, I'll use the pistol. Seems pretty cool, like the revolver. Oh no. Sad thing. This laser sight though, like it's kind of off. It's kind of weird.
Hostile attack helicopter inbound.
Proximity mine released.
overhead. Multiple hostile spy planes detected. Multiple hostile spy planes detected. Enemy care package above. MTC is running down. Artillery targeting detected.
Yeah.
Artillery inbound.
6 kills. GG. Oh, don't take damage, dude. Oh no, I was like, that's third. I go with this class, just oh, it's this map. I've seen this a lot. I mean, a few times. I'll go with that class just for the AK sitting for you. Oh, I was gonna try that gun, wasn't I?
Free for all. The Secretariat are watching.
Oh no. first time in COD history you can actually walk. Don't make footsteps. Very useful.
Spy plane available
that
for
ammo?
tasking.
Spy plane perimeter established, Angels 3. Spy plane MTL 50%. Check.
Oh, yep, this is good.
Priority tasking request received. Spy
Enemy
plane
destroyed.
exit AO.
It's got a drum mag? Wait, is it? It has got a drum mag. What? Wait, this thing is broken. Wait. Just look at it.
Enemy spy plane inbound.
Okay. Doesn't do that much damage. It was long range, but still. Seems kind of too strong, you know.
Care package on standby.
Enemy napalm strike incoming. Enemy spy plane inbound.
Neutralized. SAM turret operational.
How's you carrying that thing around like that? Dude, this thing is so strong. Oh, the recoil's like non-existent. This drum mag only fits like 40 bullets. Oh yes, that perk still in this game too. High alert or something. I
SAM
don't know
turret
what it's
destroyed
called.
by
Hostile spy plane
hostile
established
action.
overhead.
Yeah, this thing is so busted. Take that. Hello, hello.
Hostile care package inbound.
Spy plane available for tasking.
TACOM, establish spy plane overflight.
Hello. Hello, hello.
Smoke checked.
What? This thing is like one shot if you don't. Oh, it's so close. It's one shot if 1 or 2
Hostile sentry turret active.
Attack helicopter is ready to deploy.
Yeah. Oh.
Enemy sentry turret defeated.
Wait. Oh. Hang on a minute. That was just bait. Wait, what the fuck is that? Wait, what? It's a fake?
Hostile spy plane established overhead.
Hunter requesting attack helicopter support. Sentry turret going out.
Attack helicopter established on station. Working your practice.
Establishing sentry turret. Hunter requesting attack helicopter
Oh,
support.
2 of them. Hell yeah.
Predator 7 established above. Commencing hunt.
Oh, I haven't gotten on the zipline yet. That is too busted, man.
Attack helicopter fuel reserves at 50%. Over down. Expendable launched.
Look at that. Look at this gun, man.
Bushwhack.
One by.
Semtex Prime.
Semtex killed. Good.
Predator 7 sustaining damage. Priority tasking received. Predator 7 bugging out.
Straight and through, Strela. Straight
Yeah,
and through.
1. It's close by 1 kill. Imagine literally just telling yourself, I'm gonna bring a bow into a war. Like, instead of a gun, man. Like, damn. Yes, there's like so much. Oh, I do love the fact that there are stats. Like, I mean, it goes really in depth, it seems like. I miss the days where there were like heaps of pistols in CODs. I remember it was like one COD, I think it was Ghost. Literally only 2 pistols. I was like, what? Where are the rest? You can have shotguns as the secondary. Like, not even as a primary weapon. Secondary. Honestly, I might even just use the just the what's that class? The other class I was just using. That one was really good. I'm curious about zombies. Just seems really good. I'm not much of a zombies player, but it looks really good this year.
What have you done?
Did you get the package?
We've lost 2 teams since you went dark. Old war footage is the last thing on my mind right now.
Watch it. Watch the tape. Then tell me I'm wrong.
How did you get hold of this?
A friend in the KGB. A late friend.
Germans and Russian friends?
Yeah, some of us do.
Что бы там ни было, счетчик у Гейгера это не запись.
What the hell is that?
That is why you needed to see the tape. The machine.
Эй, ты, забудь там! Сдавайся! Сдавайся, сказал!
Stay with me, Weaver. The next part was shot 1 week later.
I can get a hold of that footage though.
It's a cleanup crew. Poor bastard.
It literally got what?
They tried to bury it.
And it stayed buried. Until 2 weeks ago. Now, it's happening again. Have you heard of the Omega Group?
You have to turn yourself in. The CIA can protect you. I can protect you.
I can't do that, Weaver. The Omega Group have plans for the outbreak zones. I have to stay in the field.
Sam, please!
I'm sorry. This is the only way.
Why did they held the door shut on the guy? Like, what the hell? Dude, I'm only gonna play like one zombies game. I'm no good at zombies. This is 20, right? What's Black Ops Arcade? I think I'm playing like the original Black Ops Arcade, but it's like wherever. is that? What the hell is that? Guess the replays arcade then. Let's just play the 20 round. Cause like, there's no way I'm playing endless. I used to play COD with my friends, like Black Ops, earlier this year. And yeah, we couldn't even make it to, I think we made it to round 30 like once. On Doris. Nice. I must have found games. I can't get out. Oh, what the fuck? We get to do a class. Healing aura? What the fuck? We get to choose?
Arriving at Alpha Site. You're cleared, Strike Team.
You have your orders, Strike Team. Investigate the site. Contain the threat.
Oh, it's me. Oh. Oh, there's health bars on them now. Oh, that's so good. You can see how much damage you're doing.
About time you dropped.
I did not expect to see this place again. Though considering the experiments undertaken here, I should have known it would not remain buried.
It should have remained buried, Dr. Strauss. Team, find the facility entrance.
Double points.
This was the wrong gun to use, man. Like, it's just so hard to aim. Take it. Like, why? Literally wait. What? Threw something at me? What the hell? Wait, did they just go inside already? Oh, they're already inside. I'm just literally. Whoa, that's trippy. What the fuck? That's trippy as fuck. Fuck, I'm just gonna grab one of these.
This is a Spec Ops favorite.
Yes! Classic. Wait. You can already get perks? Oh, dude, you're getting...
Brain Eater checked.
Dude, this MP5 shit. Sound design, what the hell? It's so, like, trippy. It's cool.
Frag that bag of guts.
I definitely love this iteration of zombies. It's so much better. Let's get to the facility. We have like, well, 20 rounds. It goes pretty fast. You can level up your stuff. Well, do I level up? Do I level up this gun like for real though? Like in multiplayer as well? What's this? Fuck, they drop shit? They drop shit?
Job well done.
What? Hell yeah. Oh, it's reloaded. Usually I wait longer, but like, I think I was stuck in a rough spot. Alright, mystery box. Did I just say 2 weapons, or...
This facility was not equipped with automatic doors. I would proceed with caution.
Looks like our intel was solid. Whatever Omega Group did here, it caused the other dimensional breaches we've encountered. You remember anything relevant about your old Nazi stomping grounds?
I had heard stories about expansion into dimensional research, but that's all it was. Just stories. I recommend we restore power to learn more.
Hey, this thing is good. Wow. You probably only do this when you have Juggernaut. You're just a god. So many like things you can drop. Pretty cool. Like, you can just use it. I love it.
Throwing C4 charge. I'm claiming this assault rifle.
Oh, it drops it too. Nice. It drops it. That's so good. You're having to sacrifice.
Victor, is that what I think it is?
Oh, they're inside.
My God. They actually did it. I did not believe it true, but they actually found a means to breach.
Oh, okay. We got transport. Oh, what the hell is this? Wait.
Strike team, are you there? Can you hear me?
Whoa. Trippy. Oh, MP5 is serious, bro. No, I'm not taking that shit. Keep that shit. Dude, what the fuck? Wait, this is so cool. So trippy. Like...
Stuck here.
It's fucking jellyfish.
Comlink reestablished. Thought we lost you there. What happened? Where did they go?
It appears our strike team went on a little trip. System shows they have now returned from the other side.
Ah, the other side, bro. The other side. Oh my god. Let's go. Playground? The thing about zombies also is that you can still run and reload. I really love this map. Probably gonna play more zombies. It's just too good. That's so good. They just replay.
Raptor 1 is nearby, strike team. Exfil window is short, so take it now if you're ready.
Oh,
I like it.
Bye-bye.
Semtex Prime.
oh, I'm dead.
Somebody gonna help me up?
Oh no. Oh no, my jug. My bugs. Oh, thanks, dude.
I'll be sure to.
Fire. What kind of... What is Is it disabling right now?
Exfil window's gone. I'll let you know when the next one's available.
Why is that unavailable?
Observing a high concentration of radioactivity moving on your position.
No job, but why?
A little off the top.
Here we go for this. Yeah, I got you back. Not no question. Now it is. What's that? Megatron.
Zombie down.
Megaton. Not Megatron. Right. This is not the place to be. Otherwise, the Nachman reward station down there.
Max ammo.
Oh, yeah, just in case. Yeah, downstairs, meet up with like. How do I go downstairs? How do I upgrade?
I'm taking this.
Reward station. So, oh no, another dimension. What is this?
Curious. When damaged, it splits itself in two.
A brick! No, that's not a brick. Damn. See, wait, I'm gonna get jogged once with this mode? Like 20 rounds? Yeah, it's cold. Bro, what? Bro, the radio station is still under the... Gotta find the next, gotta find the next, mystery box. Revive.
Hostile down. C4 charge armed.
I just find it so funny that these dudes actually just fling this shit at you. Rip a piece off themselves and fling it at you. It's so funny. Fuck. What is it? Do it. Get down there. Oh, the mystery box is down there. Shit, I need to be down there, but how the fuck do I go? Literally, where is the... Oh, I see what's going on. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. What the fuck is that? Must be outside for now. And he's actually making it kind of scary. That's good. Music. No attacks, Satan.
Infected target.
I'm down. No. What's that for? Oh, it's in. How's this self-revive one? Let's be up here.
Thanks, Doc. Undead enemy KIA.
My friends is suffering. Use a spin. Usually I let you guys get down there. Guess what pick?
It's me, their souls.
What? Oh. Turned into a friend. This stuff changed
Still window open.
Just want to go downstairs. I can't figure it out. I'm just seriously like, what the hell?
Stuck here.
Like, for the stream, I mean.
Got my eye. Hostile flag.
But like, everything's super cheap or... There's only one of us left, huh?
Thanks for the save.
Patch me up! Oh, dude, this is so good. Oh, GG.
What's up, guys? My name is Ace, and today...
What you're looking at right here is Apex Legends, running at 4K, 60 FPS, with OBS capturing it, without dropping any frames in OBS. OBS isn't losing, it's not having any render lag. The frame rate isn't reducing. Apex is running at full max settings. Unlocked frame rate. What is this voodoo? And the same thing with PUBG and Rainbow Six? What?
Oh man, I never thought I'd actually get to make this video this year. I am so stoked for this one. This is one of the most important updates that has come to OBS Studio that was kind of just quietly released in a hotfix because they're still testing it. We're going to talk about this more in today's video. The GPU allocation issues, the frame rate issues with streaming games like PUBG or Apex Legends at 4K, 1440p, or ultra-wide, and getting a reduced frame rate in OBS even though your encoding is fine, things seem okay, they're fixed, or they're in the process of being fixed in a way that is really freaking awesome. We're going to talk about that in today's video after a word from our sponsor, of course. I'm AplesVox, and welcome back to Stream Guides, your all-in-one resource for learning how to live stream, learning how to optimize your stream, all the technical details. Today we're tackling an issue that has affected me since 2017. I talked about this in a fairly ranty video that was purely made to make noise about this issue last year, which was called Windows 10 is holding back content creators. Because seemingly out of nowhere with the Windows 10 anniversary update, so many of us started having issues live streaming games like Rainbow Six Siege, Overwatch, Apex Legends, which hadn't come out yet but was also heavily affected by this issue, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. suddenly it just seemed like overnight I was unable to keep streaming it. And I researched this for the past 2 years, I guess 3 years now, and was really unable to find a real answer. That is until NVIDIA stepped in and started working with us, and I started to be able to communicate with both them and the OBS developers to really feel out what was going on here. And once I figured it out, I tried to explain it the best I can while still, being like, hey, this is broken, it needs fixed, because that was really what that video was said to do. The issue that shows up, specifically these symptoms, are when you're playing and streaming a game, your game frame rate is fine, your encoding lag is fine, but your actual little frame rate indicator at the bottom right hand corner of OBS or in the stats window is fluctuating all over the place, or it's very low at 20 to 40 to 50 FPS, and you're building up a bunch of render lag even though you're just, doing a normal gameplay stream. This is caused by GPU resource allocation issues. Your GPU, your graphics card, which is what composites and renders you're seeing in OBS, but it's also what runs your game and what your game runs on. All of this happens on the same set of resources, and your game and OBS are competing with one another. And this means that your game, which Windows 10 is optimized to prioritize, which is a good thing for gamers. They have made it to where that it says, hey, your game is what needs focus, make everything else not hurt your game. Your game was basically beating out OBS on resources, and OBS was unable to live stream your video game. Well, this was a big deal. Obviously, streamers want OBS to still be able to stream while playing their game. And the obvious fixes that we have covered countless times on this channel at this point were anything to reduce your game load. So prior to 1903, the most recent update to Windows 10, prior to that, the recommendation was to turn game mode off. Now the recommendation is to turn it on, and I'll explain that in a little bit. Reduce your in-game resolution or your in-game graphics settings or frame capture game to 60 FPS, anything you can do to lower your game's graphics card usage and performance requirements so that OBS has more room to breathe and to operate. Those were typically the recommendations. Those will still stand somewhat. Also, disabling your preview. I covered that in my Ryzen 3600X coverage. Those are still recommendations to improve your experience here, but they're no longer entirely required. And that is because in the hotfix OBS version 24.0.3, there is now an experimental feature where if you run OBS as administrator, OBS is now able to reserve the resources required in order to not compete with your game, or rather to compete more effectively with your game, because it's still competing with your game, but it no longer has to lose out on that competition. It's basically prioritizing itself above your game. This is really good. This is the fix that we have wanted for years for OBS. And I do have some numbers to actually back up performance. Now this has come in this update. It is still very experimental. It is work in progress. Both NVIDIA and the OBS devs are basically looking for data of people who are testing with and without and making sure that it works. It could break for you at any time. They do have a future update planned where they will be basically releasing it in such a way that you only have to approve the administrator run during installation in the version for contexts that are in such a way that OBS is able to prioritize itself on the graphics card to compete with your game. So with that, along the way, they have been working with the Microsoft developers of Windows to, optimize Windows to try to help this as well. This first iteration of this actually rolled out in the Windows 10 1903 update, and that was when we started suggesting to enable game mode when Windows 10. Typically, this would prioritize your game above OBS, and it was always recommended to turn it off. However, with 1903, game mode now whitelists OBS and actually helps OBS compete for graphics card resources, and so if you're on 1903 or newer, leaving game mode on is still recommended. Now that is different from the Windows 10 game bar, which is an overlay which can still cause performance issues or compatibility issues with OBS or Shadow Player, things like that. If you're not using it, I still recommend turning the game bar off, but game mode, which you can access in your start menu, type in game mode settings, enable game mode, turning that on will actually help OBS, and already started to mitigate some of the issues back in March or April or May whenever it released, started to mitigate some of those issues. Well, this is one step further and allows it, in combination with the game mode fixes, to compete even better. Specifically with numbers, I have some really good numbers and I just have them pulled up on my phone. I really wanted to go ahead and get this video out here because I needed to get this out as soon as possible. So for the sake of brevity and making sure I'm able to actually get the information to you, I tested three games that I consistently ran into this allocation issue with on live streaming as far back as I have had access to the games. PUBG, Apex Legends, and Rainbow Six Siege. All games that will max out any GPU, including the RTX Titan in my main PC here, and games that caused this GPU allocation issue. So PUBG was an interesting one. They've clearly received a lot of graphics optimization updates over the past couple of years compared to how it initially launched. But running it entirely on Ultra, first I started on my ultra wide at 3440 by 1440 set to 100 Hertz with admin off. So again, in order to use this new feature, you must run OBS as administrator. So in order to test, this feature being on or off, I'm running OBS as administrator and not as administrator and seeing really good numbers. But game mode, making sure that it works, it could break for you at any above your game. This is really good data of people who are testing with and without and making sure that it works. It could break for you at any time. They do have a future update planned where they will be basically releasing it in such a way that you only have to approve, those to in-game bar, which is an overlay which can still cause performance issues or compatibility issues with OBS or Shadow Player, things like that. If you're not using it, I still recommend turning the game bar off. But game mode, which you can access in your start menu, type in game mode settings, enable game mode, to you or off, I'm running OBS as administrator and not as administrator and seeing what the differences are. This is the best way to compare the results. With OBS running as admin off on ultra wide, the average in-game frame rate was 75 FPS, which is probably what I'd expect, and I had about 1% frame drop in OBS due to that rendering lag and that, inconsistent frame rate. This was very stuttery. Even if 1% doesn't sound like a lot, this was still very stuttery, not an ideal experience. This is one case where my RTX Titan has enough horsepower that it's not a huge deal, so I do move on to some better tests. But then if I enable admin on, there were 0 dropped frames whatsoever due to rendering lag, and I only lost about 1 frame per second on average because the game ran about 74 FPS on average instead of 75. Pretty good, but again, I decided, okay, ultra wide isn't the best way to go here because it's too easy for my system to run, so I kicked it up a notch. I did perform all of these tests over on my gaming rig with an RTX 2080 as well to confirm, but just clarifying my methodology here. With PUBG running at 4K 60 Hz on a 4K monitor, things became more clear. With again, not running it with the fix, not running it as administrator, I had an 8% drop frames out of all of the frames that it was rendering, and the render lag was really bad. Like, it was constantly fluctuating that frame rate. Dropped 8% of frames. The game ran at about 55 FPS on average. With administrator on, it dropped 0.01% of frames, which was just like a few in a short burst at one point in time. And the game ran at 53.6 FPS on average. We'll talk about while I'm mentioning the frame rate averages in a moment. Moving over to Apex, again, admin on, so with the fix enabled, only dropped 0.03% of frames, averaged about 69.8 FPS. Turning the fix off,
hi guys and girls, and welcome back to Dr. Dave. So
of
today we're going to be talking about dropped frames, skipped frames, lag within OBS, or this little pop-up down the bottom. Make sure you've turned anything off that you don't, this window that you don't need. On average, that's just running. That's the little to stream, output. If you are running a NVIDIA graphics card, you should, and I mean should, be using the new NVENC encoder. People go, oh, you're putting a load on your graphics card. No, you are not. This is a separate part of the graphics card that was deliberately put there for you to encode and to stream from. If you are running X264, you are using CPU power instead of using the onboard chip that is NVENC on your NVIDIA graphics card. So essentially, if you've got an NVIDIA graphics card and you're still streaming from X264, you're essentially wasting that chip that is already integrated into your graphics card. Right, so that's that. Like I said, if you're using an NVIDIA graphics card, make sure that you are using NVENC new. And if you're still having stutter and lag, etc., turn your bitrate down. So many people start off and they ram the bitrate through the roof without doing an internet check. So you go on to speedtest.net, you check what yourself, but by doing so, you will, because your sets, you want to be using what is good for your computer, or using such a low bitrate. But if that's all that you can use, that's all that you can use. And then obviously the presets. On the presets, you want to be using what is good for your computer specs. You know, the higher up the list, the less CPU intensive the profile will be. For me, I run an i9 and a 1080 graphics card, so I can use low latency. You might not be able to, and don't try, you know, go step by step. Put your stream onto private, do a stream with the top preset, go back, review the stream, and then check and go down the list until you get, you know, stream stutter, dropped frames, etc. Then you just back down by one step. So that's another easy option. And then also another thing that you guys probably didn't know is if you open up, if you right click on Streamlabs OBS and you run this as administrator, that means that your computer will give Streamlabs priority